Well, folks, here we are. Another shitty hockey season has come to an end. And I'm not just talking about the Red Wings. Oh, no. I'm talking about folks over there in Monterina. But, let's talk about those Red Wings. They came so damn close to finally making it back to the playoffs last year. They were just a point off. And you know what? Everybody's like, okay, they're going to rebound. This is going to be the year. They're going to make it back. Hockey Town is going to be back. Playoff hockey's going to be back in Detroit. And honestly, like the first half-ish of the season, things looked like that. Honestly. They were winning games, and they had a sizable advantage. They looked like that they might actually make the playoffs. They were in a wild card spot. They were even moving up a little farther than that. And I don't know exactly what the fuck happened around that point. But they just decided, yeah, we're content with that. We're just gonna fucking shit the bed now. And proceeded to fucking lose like 13 out of their 14 fucking games. The story of the season over the last few months has just been, oh, here we go. First period, this is everything's like, oh, it's a must-win game. We're playing all these big fucking teams. Oh, we're going to go up and take a lead. We got a 1-goal lead first period, 2-goal lead. Woo! Things are looking so good. First period, we're off to a good start. And then, so the team just says, that's it. That's fucking it. It's kind of a symbolism of their entire season. Because they'll be like, oh yeah, our goalie's just going to give up fucking 6 goals a game. Oh, how about that vaunted offense, Patrick Kane. Oh, yeah, we had so much fun bringing him over from last season. Let's just have him go completely fucking ineffective over the last 3 months of the goddamn season. Anybody else gonna bother to show up? Fuck no, they're not. And they end up losing. Then they end up getting down in the third period. And then they're playing desperate. And then they don't do shit. And these teams that they should be easily beating, or at least going to overtime or competing with, are fucking annihilating them. They win like 8 straight games without even a fucking point. How do you do that? And it's so disappointing because the Red Wings, everybody fucking loves the Red Wings still. Oh yeah, loves Red Wings. Woo! Everybody in the comment sections on social media, they're like, yeah, no problem. We're going to be just fine. Everybody's going to believe in these boys. They're doing so good. No, they're not fucking doing good. When they're getting ass blasted by the goddamn fucking Bruins, who are shit this year, they're not doing good. Everybody just loves the Red Wings because of their fact that, oh, they have such a storied history. They have such a storied stuff. We will never. And then they just never criticize the fucking team ever. Like, anybody who points out any criticism about this team online gets just completely wrecked to shreds by all the faithfuls. I call them blindly led. Because, yeah, they still have the pieces to do stuff in the future. But it's all down to this fucking management who doesn't seem to really care. And they should be taking notes from their literal roommates in the Pistons who made a coaching change. And guess what? They're going back to the playoffs this year for the first time in 6 years. Where they might actually do something for once. Versus your asses who can't even bother to snag a wild card spot when it was handed right to you. Thank God I couldn't watch them, except when they were on TNT and they're getting ass blasted again. Because they love putting the Red Wings on TNT. Until they didn't, and they started blocking TNT out. Xfinity did for some fucking reason. Fuck that. So I had to distract myself from the shit show that was going on there. So I decided to go watch some good hockey. A good hockey team. A really good hockey team. Over at Mon Arena. Everything was going swimmingly there. We're number 1 in the country. Everything's going good. Then December hits. Trey Augustine goes to Junior Nationals. We still win the GLI, which was awesome. We hadn't done that forever. Finally did that. But then Trey Augustine comes back from Junior Nationals, and he's shit. Dude was giving up like 4 goals a game. What the hell is he doing? He was like this unstoppable brick wall. And then he comes back from Junior Nationals and he's getting carved up by fucking every team in the league. What's he doing? And then Red Savage goes down for the season, and that's when the team really started to... apparently he was the glue holding the pieces together, because I don't think they swept it from when Red Savage went down around like New Year's. They didn't like string together more than just, they didn't have 2 wins in a row. Like they didn't string together 2 wins in a row until the last series of the regular season, which was against fucking Notre Dame, worst team in the conference. Somehow, they still got the 1 seed. Somehow, they actually ended up winning the Big Ten tournament. Helps when the 7 seed pulls off one of the most monumental upsets I've ever seen. And then they win the Big Ten championship in double overtime. One of the most excruciating nights of my life. But happened. It went well. Everything was happy. So then we get the 1 seed again. You know, everybody, I was thinking at the beginning I was thinking going into the tournaments here for hockey and basketball. I'm like, okay, MSU's a 2 seed in basketball, and they're a 1 seed in hockey. One of these teams has to go to the Final Four this year, right? Like, it has to happen. Boy, was I wrong. Basketball I'll talk about in a future video. I'm still waiting to see where the fuck Holloman goes before I make a video about that. Don't worry, though. I will be making a video about all that. But then hockey gets matched up with Cornell. Little team, the 15th out of 16 ranked teams in the tournament. They literally got in only because they stole a bid. And we have to play in Toledo. So it's basically a home game for us. Playing in fucking Toledo, only 2 hours from where we are. So you're thinking, oh, they're going to have this one in the bag. You know, they finally started turning around. They got 4 straight wins coming in this game. You know, teams started to finally show chemistry again. Nope. Nope. Apparently not. Literally, in the whole third period, Cornell never gave up the puck. That was always on their end of the ice. They were always pressuring us in the third period. What are you doing, guys? Clear the puck out. Get the pressure. This is nothing that you haven't seen before. You played Boston College at the beginning of the season. And yeah, Red Savage went down, but the entire roster was there otherwise. Were they just following whatever Red Savage was doing? Apparently, because they just stopped doing anything midway through the second period and were trying to protect a tie game. And then with 8 seconds, just a little bit to go. Guess what? Hadn't gotten a penalty all game. You know, oh man. Man, we played so clean, doing all this great stuff. Oh, and then we get the most fucking phantom tripping penalty I've ever seen in my life. Literally, they won't call it with the Cornell, like that flips the guy over. They won't call that at all. But no, when a little bit of stick and fried. Cold beer under my eyes. No. Like, they do that. Apparently that constitutes our first penalty of the game. So Cornell's already been pressuring us on a full strength. And now they have a power play. So, of course, 8 seconds to go. Trey Augustine decides, I'm just going to fucking lay on the ice like this. Oh, no. Put my legs in there like we just don't care. Woo! So Cornell wins with 8 seconds left. What the fuck? That sequence over the last about few weeks has really made me hate hockey. But I can't hate hockey that much. I still like hockey. But it's very painful to be a hockey fan right now. And no, basketball didn't reach the Final Four. You would have seen a vlog from San Antonio had we made it there. I guess I just gotta hope the Pistons can do something. Or the Tigers. Greetings! On the move! Woo! Sons of bitches. But maybe there's hope. At least for MSU. Isaac Howard's coming back. Trey Augustine's coming back, God forbid. Maybe he won't go to junior nationals this year. So maybe he can focus on winning a national championship for once instead of going to junior nationals and just being content with his life after that. Or maybe the team won't play him against Penn State with a double ear infection and a flu. Whose idea was that? Anyway. Dungeon.